Yes.
There's something that is so dividing, and it's dividing a lot of communities, I should say. The migrant crisis and ICE agents are present in urban areas, including right here in Chicago. Now, some of our listeners are asking and have asked up to this point, should Black people be getting involved in this issue? Or should we stay laser focused on our own people? Because we're still fighting for basic dignity in this country.
Here is my position on the migrant crisis and the migrant protests that are sweeping the country. No group has ever come to America to help Black people. No group has ever helped Black people. You've had individuals participate in Black struggle, but never as a community. European Jews never said we're going to help Black people as a community. Latinos never said we're going to help Black people as a community. They come here to replace us. And most of them align themselves with the white power structure against African people. With that being said, I do not support Black people getting involved in the migrant protests. That is not our fight. If you say you're going to do it, am I going to stop you? No. I would never stop someone from doing something that they feel is right. Is Dr. Umar participating? Absolutely not. Am I going to help Donald Trump get them out of the country? Absolutely not. Because as the victims of oppression and the worst victims of American oppression, it would be complete hypocrisy for me to work against the best interests of another people. But am I going to help them? That is not my fight.
Now, I'm concerned that if we're looking at what they're doing with the migrants, are we next? Should we get in? But just to circle back, should we get involved just to minimize the situation when or if we're next
out
of
self-preservation?
Exactly.
If we are next, we were going to be next anyway, because guess what? They hate you more than the migrants they're trying to get rid of. And one of the reasons it's going to be difficult for you to be next is you are the only non-white people in America who cannot be realistically deported to an ancestral homeland of your own, because slavery destroyed your psychological and biological connection to your continent of origin. So in order to get rid of Black people, you have to come up with a program of genocide, because as we've already said, a lot of Black people don't even identify with being African. Now, Donald Trump is working on a plan to deport inmates to prisons in Central and South America. So I can see a situation where he's able to deport the incarcerated, the convicted. But in terms of general Black people, I think it's going to have to be a program of genocide, because so many of us do not identify as African in the first place or don't know where we come from.
This is scary because, it's almost like if you look at it, they may be deporting migrants now, but to what demise does that leave us?
But see, here's the thing. The migrants they're deporting, they're deporting them to countries that they know they come from. These people have an ancestral connection to the countries that they're being returned to. And most of them have only been out of them countries for a generation or two.
And this takes me to my next point.
Not 20 generations of slavery.
Because if you're putting them back to their original countries, that means that you are removing the responsibility of them being in your country and being harmed. So if they're back in their country, they're their responsibility. But who's coming for us?
Well, they're coming for us. Here's my point. Deportation is not the only weapon being used or that could be used against African people. As we talked about the miseducation, the mass incarceration, the police genocide, the homelessness, the gentrification, and the economic apartheid, we have more concerns than just being deported. These are individuals who came here, who are benefiting off of the Black struggle for civil rights and set-asides, who have never spoken up or defended Black people at all. And so their argument or their issue is one of people who have recently arrived. They are not the people who built America. We built America. Our argument is completely different as someone who is coming in to benefit from a country that they did not build. We made this country brick by hypocritical brick and have contributed to its building more than any other group. So I see our situation completely different than I see the migrants.